Hey, what's going on? It is yours truly, Timothy J. Jones. Thank you for stopping by the State of the NFL podcast. I ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is a channel where we talk about some of the hottest topics in all of the NFL.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? My name is TJ Jones. Thank you so much for checking out another edition of the State of the NFL podcast, a podcast where we talk about some of the hottest topics in all of the National Football League. And just like always, I ask that you hit the like and subscribe button, help the channel to grow. Really would appreciate that. On this edition, we're not going to waste anybody's time. I think you pretty much know what we're going to be talking about here. Micah Parsons being traded to the Green Bay Packers in a shocking blockbuster deal where the Dallas Cowboys get 2 first-round picks, and also they acquired defensive tackle Kenny Clark. And Micah Parsons goes to the Green Bay Packers and immediately signs a 4-year, $188 million deal, gives him $136 million guaranteed. I don't need to tell you something you don't already know. He is now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL freaking history. This man is making more money each year than Patrick freaking Mahomes. So first off, when a brother break the bank like that, you got to give congratulations to him. Micah Parsons is an incredibly talented player. I think it's well documented. And I'm going to be honest, I did not believe in a million years that it would end the way that it did between Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys. But, the Dallas Cowboys, we heard the press conference from owner and general manager Jerry Jones. Alongside him was his son, Stephen Jones. And they basically told everybody why they decided to trade Micah Parsons. And, he talked about how they had a deal in place in March and, they could have worked some things out. But it just seems to me that Jerry Jones did not have an issue with Micah Parsons. Jerry Jones had an issue with Micah Parsons' agent, David Mugoletta. It seems that Jerry Jones was willing to pay Micah Parsons anything that he wanted. Well, according to his press conference, but it doesn't seem like he really wanted Mugoletta involved. So I have come to the conclusion after hearing this that ego is the reason why Micah Parsons is in Green Bay, because if you were willing to pay him anything that he wanted, it shouldn't have mattered if David Mugoletta was involved. Of course he would be involved. He's his freaking agent. But Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys have been at each other's throats since, I'll say, late February, early March, where it just seemed like they could never reach a deal. Once again, the story was Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones spoke off the record, man to man, mano a mano, about a deal. And they had something on the table. They had a gentleman's agreement. Of course, Micah Parsons went to his agent, Mugoletta, and Mugoletta said, no dice. And, maybe it was because he could get a little bit more money. I don't know if the $188 million deal was on the table for the Dallas Cowboys, but there was something about it which caused Mugoletta to tell Micah Parsons, let's not do this. Fast forward, we see in training camp, Micah Parsons showing up. He comes to the training camp. At first, he seemed like he was practicing. He was in good spirits. I guess he thought that eventually we'll get a deal done. We'll get something done here. But, of course, I guess they never could come to the table. And Micah Parsons was like, I'm out of here. And we know about the message that he put on social media. And here's another shocking development. It turns out that the whole trade request, the whole social media post of Micah Parsons was all a part of the negotiations. I mean, that's what Jerry Jones is saying. Micah Parsons is a generational talent. I think that the salary that the Green Bay Packers are paying him pretty much sums that up. Jerry Jones, to me, is the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys. This is the main reason why the Dallas Cowboys have yet to reach the Super Bowl since 1995. because this is a ego-driven football team. It is about Jerry Jones and what Jerry Jones wants and how Jerry Jones wants things done. That is what this is all about. Jerry Jones wants to do things his way. I've been saying this for the last few episodes pertaining to Micah Parsons. It is hard to change the mind of people that have a bunch of money, billionaires. They don't have to agree with you. They don't have to go along to get along. They can do whatever the heck they want to do. And it's hard to definitely change their mind when you are dealing with a billionaire who is 82 years old. And I get it. The Dallas Cowboys get 2 first-round picks. You can change the misfortunes of your franchise. And I'm pretty sure he's thinking about, because I heard him mention it, he is thinking about that famous Herschel Walker trade, right? Trading Herschel Walker to the Minnesota Vikings, that turned into a lot of players that helped them become the dynasty that they were in the 90s. But the Dallas Cowboys are far removed from that. And I'm telling you right now, Dallas Cowboy fans are not happy with Jerry Jones. And I am very concerned that the Dallas Cowboys will not reach success as long as Jerry Jones is the general manager. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. You can probably find yourself some really solid first-round picks, but I look at the Green Bay Packers as one of the top teams in the NFC. They have a really good coach in Matt LaFleur. He always has these guys making deep runs in the playoffs. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, the Green Bay Packers end up going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. I can see that. They're a talented football team, especially since they got Micah Parsons. You basically are trading Micah Parsons for the 32nd pick in the draft. Worst case scenario, what, 30th, 29th? And that is a generational talent once again. So I'm just wondering to myself, was it worth it? Now, on the bright side, the Dallas Cowboys save a whole heap and a heck of a lot of money, because with that, the Dallas Cowboys are one of the top teams when it comes to the cap in the entire league. They're the only team that has a better cap situation after this trade is the New England Patriots. So in that regard, you can probably wheel and deal and get some things done in the offseason to bring some guys in. And of course, these first-round draft picks won't hurt either. But dealing with Jerry Jones, I'm just wondering, will that even happen? It's sad, man. It is absolutely sad. I did not think that they would trade this guy. I mean, this is a very productive player, and this whole situation, in my opinion, is just based on ego. If both guys would have came to the table and Jerry Jones would have respected the process, which involved the agent, David Mugoletta, respecting Micah Parsons' wishes, then we wouldn't have had this situation. And then another thing, it's amazing to me how the Dallas Cowboys continue to fall flat on their freaking faces year after year after year. And look, I am not trying to down Dallas Cowboy fans, but this is the reality. They fall flat on their face, the team, every single year. And then, you have situations like this, and instead of them blaming the organization for the mishaps, they want to blame the players. You have Dallas Cowboy fans talking about Michael Parsons being a cancer. They rather look at the player who has only been with the team for about 4 years than to look at a owner who has owned this team for nearly 40. Sometimes you have to look at what is going on right in front of you. I get it. You're going to be a Dallas Cowboy fan way longer than you're going to be a Michael Parsons fan. The wheels keep turning, right? And players change every single time. The love that you have for Michael Parsons will probably be replaced for some love for a player that's going to be playing in 2035 and 2036. I get all that. But at the same time, when are we going to start looking at this general manager and understanding that he is the reason why the Dallas Cowboys have yet to reach the Super Bowl since Will Smith stood in the living room on the final episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they had no furniture in the room? I'm just wondering, man, when are the Dallas Cowboys going to live up to those expectations that are put on them every single year? And hey, it could start with these first-round draft picks and Kenny Clark. But what history has shown us over the last few years, dealing with Jerry Jones, you have to be a little bit skeptical about that.